Hello and welcome to Off the Hip with ABF and five other people. Today we're talking about gamers winning bigly, and I'm not late in ATF, Cajun Corey. Introducing my co-hosts, I got Big Dog Jake.
You have Big Dog Jake. Hello, my name is Jake. I go by Big Dog Jake. BIGGDOGGJAKE. I'm a professional, though occasional, VOA. I'm a political writer and analyst for hire. I love metal music. I love video games, and I will talk to anyone about them. ABF, thank you so much for having me on this episode of Off the Hip.
Yeah, thanks for joining. And for the first time ever, we have Maldi.
How's everyone doing? Good. Just snuck my way into the back room, and he's letting me on air. So we're going to see what this is all about.
Yep, he didn't have to twist my arm about it, so...
We're brothers.
And we have the person with the best mic skills in any live stream ever, Mo Zamboni.
Thank you. The former... Oh, it's right over here. The last mic will be sent to you very soon, sir, and it'll meet its just demise. So that'll be a fun one. But hey, yeah, no, thanks for having me on. It's always, the last week was a banger, and I have no doubt tonight's going to be one too. So looking forward to talking about getting some major dubs.
Yep, and that mic, I'm gonna take it to the farm, if you know what I mean. And we have your favorite moderator and console peasant advocate, Nagernal.
That's right. And it sounds like Mo should also send you his new mic and get another one. Because
yeah, excuse me, it sounds like you're talking through like a can with a string.
So I chose the right background. Shots are being fired.
I'm not gonna.
But see, Nagernal has all these charts and maps behind him. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Even though it sounds like he's speaking through a trash can.
Fictional places.
Yeah. I'm gonna take advice from a console plebe. Sure.
Ooh.
Ooh. And last but not least, we have Nerd Slap. Me and him have a little competition going with gifted subs over on American Ninja's channel.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me on. How y'all doing?
Great.
Good.
So, what have you guys heard about the Sony news so far?
He's in me.
Yeah, there's not much more you can say about that.
Well, all right. I guess we'll start off with that one, huh? Let me share screen here.
Oh my gosh. Have I heard the good word? Have I? As of 3 or 4 days ago, Sony really fucked up. Boy, did they fuck up.
I like the eyes.
And they got...
The eyes make it. That is great.
Little PlayStation logos.
They got tagged so hard in Steam reviews, and so many people requested refunds. And they were like, oh, shit. And boy, did they turn heel immediately. I mean, like 48 hours for a heel turn like this is insanely quick. The fact that look at that. Look at it. Yeah. Look at how it came back up. Everyone rebought the game, gave a new review. I mean, come on.
They probably shouldn't.
See you in 6 months when you try this shit again, Sony.
So how did this start out? It started out with Sony saying, we're going to need everybody to link up their PSN account or link up their Steam account to the PlayStation Network.
Correct.
By sometime in June. Was it like June 5th or 6th or something like that?
No, it was May 30th. It was by the end of the month.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they started May 5th, and the Grace Period was going to end May 30th. And then if you had not finished by May 1st or May 6th, something like that, you would be revoked. That's it. You're done. You would get your key revoked. Your game would be done. You couldn't access your game anymore.
And you would lose all your progress even.
You would lose the game, period.
Yeah.
You would lose it. It'd be gone.
And
because of that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
They spent a little bit too much time letting that one just burn over the weekend before doing something about it. So,
oh yeah, way too long.
Yeah,
I think they were waiting to see if anybody was just going to be like, whatever, it is what it is.
This is what happens when you get a good developer who makes a really good game. I mean, even with the stuff that's been going on with community managers, the developers have been pretty good at telling the community managers, hey, keep that fucking political shit under your hat, okay? We have a game to sell here.
Yes, my Steam account has anime shit all over. I had a competition with a buddy on how gay I can make my account. Anyways,
you win.
That's like you won.
Sure. I'm pretty sure it was my negative review that Sony saw, and they were like, "All right, we gotta do something about this." So,
I'm sure.
I'm sure.
You don't want to get on Alec Baldwin's fingers bad side. So what happened last
You
don't
never
miss.
miss.
I mean, I'm pointing the finger down. So
it's true.
It's just
But
upside
yeah, no,
down,
the
it could still be
yeah,
shooting.
the whole thing is I think I saw somebody say it. They're like, oh, a game where you are teammates with people and you're trying to fight against these enemies. You got surprised that the crowd that loves this game decided to go against you. You know, they cultivated an audience that loved it. And by the way, if you go and you look at people that are in the Helldivers comments on Twitter and stuff like that, there's people got, you know, not that I agree with them at all, but they have pronouns in their bio. Like everybody loves it. Like they don't care.
yeah,
You jump on there, you don't care about shit. You get going and you jump in there. And everybody was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And here's the thing. I think if they would have, from the beginning, like I don't like logging into other launchers, but would do it. But what made it egregious was you're going into launchers and you have to install a launcher, but it's also Sony. Like I've had somebody set up a phone in my name on an account in Connecticut. I've never been to that state, and I can guarantee you it was probably Sony leaking my information years ago when I had a PlayStation 3 or 4. So it's like I just don't want to get my hands dirty with Sony. They just don't have good security. But anyways, that's a lot of points, but that was my thoughts on it.
No, it's true. They've had numerous data breaches, and the customer data gets fully leaked every single time. So
the super famous one that was at 2012 or 2014 when the really, really big one happened.
Oh, that was
when they were making
okay,
that was the really big one.
I remember because I got
fun.
Little Big World for free. Yay! Thank you for leaking my
Little
information.
Big World. Yay! We love Sackboy. Yay!
Thank you. Yeah, I felt like a sack boy, exposing all my information to the fucking dark web in 2012 because that was a good time for that to happen. Assholes.
What did Sony do to Michael Jackson? I actually
they tried to prevent him from.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I totally forgot. Yep.
Yeah,
that's funny.
And he bought his, and he's like, "I'm gonna go buy the Beatles masters." And he told Paul McCartney to his freaking face, "I bought your masters."
Well,
like,
you know
what?
why?
Are you kidding?
Paul McCartney said, "You know what? You're not going to be in the song game forever, or something like this. So you need to buy the rights to songs." So he bought Paul McCartney's songs.
all of them. Like the same night. He told him the next day to his face.
Ooh. He's from Gary, Indiana, man. That's hood. Just because he looked like a Vietnamese woman doesn't mean that he wasn't from the hood. All right.
Let's see here. The actual where'd it go?
Oh, that's so zoomed in. Holy shit.
Here we go.
Yeah, that looked.
May I read this for everybody? Just
and here's
while Sydney Sweeney gives us a round of applause, while Sydney Sweeney and her two best assets give us a round of applause, I'm just going to say that PlayStation officially stated, quote, I can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking the wrong thing. I'm sorry about that.
It's so great to see you. Quote, Helldivers fans, we've heard your feedback on the Helldivers 2 account linking update. The May 6th update, which would have required Steam and PlayStation Network account linking for new players and for current players beginning May 30th, will not be moving forward. We're still learning what is best for PC players, and your feedback has been invaluable. Thanks again for your continued support of Helldivers 2, and we'll keep you updated on future plans.
Yeah,
it's afraid.
It's so nice that we have Steam as like what I see as a neutral platform. You know,
absolutely. Does anybody remember 2011? 2011, Steam and PlayStation had their first partnership. Portal 2 came out, and if you bought Portal 2 on the PlayStation 3, you got a free Steam key that you could either use yourself or give to somebody else. It was literally printed on a piece of cardstock on the inside of the box.
Oh,
that is
cool.
how I played the Portal 2 campaign, the co-op campaign for the first time. A friend at school bought it on PlayStation 3. He's like, "What's Steam?" I'm like, "I know what Steam is." Gave me the key. It worked. I was like, I can't believe they gave you a free game, basically.
Yeah.
And that's how we played. That's how we played Portal 2. That was 13 years ago. That was 13 years ago. We're still learning what is best for PC. That's what was best. Buying the game on the PlayStation 3 and getting a free copy on Steam. That's what's best. Don't give us this bullshit like you have no idea what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with us. I let them know on side scrollers. I in the chat to let console players like this Vulcan above me where they stand on the whole ladder and then the hierarchy of people who play video games. So
I've played way more games than you.
I doubt it. I doubt it very much. I have a 6-digit Steam. I have a 6-digit Steam ID key, buddy, and a low 6 one. It's like 500,000. They're up to like 18 billion or something right now. So, yeah. So I'm like 500 something thousand. I got it the weekend it came out, sir.
I have a 10-digit. I'm in the tens of millions. I know.
Well, you see, Nagernal,
late 2009.
Nagernal has played every single game that Sony's ever made, so he thinks that he's played more games because PC's released 1,000 times more than consoles.
What he's
I've
done
played
is
PC games, Xbox games, PlayStation games on every single generation. I've played all the games, dog. The problem with PC,
watching a movie,
I play all the games, all the best
people
games.
is like you think that anybody that doesn't have the same opinion as you is wrong, I guess.
Well, yeah, that's if they don't agree that PCs are the master race. They are indeed been pointed out.
PC master race.
I don't know.
Well, let me ask you something.
You have to do a lot more work on a PC to play games than just a
That's
console
the
that was
point.
built to play games.
We invested. You pay $500 to have a bunch of assholes give you something that'll probably break on the first run.
It's called the satisfaction of a job well done. No, you get pieces, you put them together like adult Lego. You install the OS, and you have like a bazillion terabytes to install.
How much work?
Games on, and you can have all.
I just want a game.
But that's like here's your argument, Nagernal. What you're saying is I bought a Honda Civic, so that means it's just as good as your Shelby Mustang that you took time to build. You ain't gonna like people when you have that much invested in it.
Same thing at all.
It is. It absolutely. You just got wrecked, so take it.
It is.
But it's it is. Your Honda Civic is gay, and I'm gonna let you know it's gay. All right. So
I wouldn't own a Honda Civic. That'd be gay.
Can you time out Phantom X for me?
Yeah. I don't know.
What do you do?
I was gonna say we gotta highlight that.
I'm gonna promote him actually.
Phantom, get out.
You're gonna promote him. Well, all right. Let me ask you a question. What ratio do you think Helldivers sold for PC and Sony? Which one do you think sold more, and what ratio do you think that is?
Would Helldivers even be on PC if not for Sony?
I'm just asking you what the sales are, what you think that they are.
I'm sure that more people own PCs than a PS5 or and a PS4. They still make PlayStation 5s. How many fucking consoles has PlayStation sold?
I'm just saying 60% of the Helldivers 2 community is PC. So just want to
we can thank Sony for putting the game on PC.
No, we can thank Arrowhead.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like,
they were just
Sony nearly taking it away from PC.
The first one was an exclusive though.
No, it wasn't.
I'm not sure what the change.
Whatever.
Helldivers 1 was exclusive to PlayStation. It was
I think it was exclusive, right? But not anymore.
Helldivers is available on Steam right now.
Yeah,
it was available like 4 years ago.
Yeah, Jake's right. I actually
PlayStation exclusives with your Horizons and your Gods of War. Just wait. Just wait like a year. It's coming to PC, baby. It's coming.
Yeah. Here's okay. So what you do if you want to PC players that haven't played any recent Sony games, here's what you do. You take a controller, you go to the movie theater, and when something happens, you hit a button. That's a Sony game nowadays. That's what Sony games are.
Really
oh, I get to watch a movie and hit a button.
When was the last time
that's so much fun. What's up? I played the original Spider-Man. I didn't get the gay one, but yeah, no. If I want to play QuickTime events, I'll just fire up Dragon's Lair. I'll play the OG one, which far exceeds anything Sony's putting out.
That down Bluth animation. Let's go.
That's the yep. There you go.
Oh, quick
Space
announcement,
Ace, which is really
everybody.
good.
Hades 2 is now on early access on Steam. Hades, one of my favorite games of 2020 that helped get me through lockdown. Hades 2, its sequel, it's now in early access on Steam. So let's fucking go.
Is that the one that has like the wheelchair-bound god?
No.
person?
No.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is that a yes or a no?
Stop. It's a no. That's not the game. That is the incorrect game. That is a game that looks like Hades after Hades came out.
I thought it was called Hades. What's the other game then? I mean, I'm okay. I don't mind being corrected.
I literally would let it leave my mind. I don't know.
So there's another game similar to it.
Up.
So there's another game similar to it that was kind of.
There's
a game that came out in late 2021, early 2022 that has the same top-down isometric view. Has a similar art style. The gameplay is very similar, but it's like 2.5D or 3D, and it plays a lot. It looks a lot like Hades, but it's not.
So yeah, no, I'm right.
The issue.
No. I'm putting it in private chat. You are incorrect, sir. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Your hair is a bird. My hair is a bird. Your argument.
My hair is a bird's nest, but you know, a bird. Per
sorry,
se.
I'm going. Since we're talking about 2011, I figured I'd go.
Gross.
Oh no! It's happening.
Oh no! Big Dog Jake. Oh no!
Hephaestus, you fat fuck.
Well,
it was. Hey, what did half credit? I said it wasn't Hades. I'm correct. It was not Hades. It is Hades.
I said it was Hades too. You're like, no, it's another one. Name that I'd not.
Fuck up. God bless it. God, here I am on blast. All right. Just fucking, just let it all hit me.
What?
Let it all hit
hepatitis?
Me.
Oh,
it's Hephaestus. It's Hephaestus.
It looks like hepatitis.
Goddamn Philistine.
Look at that piston leg he's got. He's so beautiful and brave.
Because that's what people do that are in wheelchairs. They have prosthetics because that's useful.
Yeah, I've never played Hades before. I've heard only good things about it. It's got a really good score on Steam from what I've seen. So
the first Hades is a fantastic game. It truly is.
And the second one is going to suck.
Thanks, Mel.
Sorry, I gotta get that.
Because you have hepatitis, the god. Hepatitis, the god of ramps. So, sorry.
Nerd Slap, what do you think about this Helldiver stuff and Sony pulling back?
I think it was a good move to call it back. I mean, from what I understand, though, they still haven't changed it on like the Steam store. It's still saying that update's going to go through, so I'm kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. But maybe I mean, if they are going to go back on it and not make it required, good, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think about the community managers? Like, it seemed like Carol Baskinator was outing herself a little bit, and then that was it. His name is like Spitz or something like that. It seemed like he was actually the cooler of the one.
Oh, I didn't know the cool one. I only know the two. The they.
He was the one that told everybody to drop a negative review. So,
and the first community manager, the lady you mentioned, she was the one that replied on Twitter to people saying this is solely so that we have an easier time banning toxic players.
And she
it had nothing to do with actual like gameplay or anything like that.
But see, here's the thing though. I have never ran into a toxic person on Helldivers.
Yeah.
Like never.
Everybody I've ever played with is a homie. Every single one of them.
I've played with a salty person. I wouldn't call them toxic. It's just like somebody just has the the personality trait of a wet fart. You know, they're just their life sucks, so they're letting you deal with it.
Right.
Well, if they're toxic, you just team kill them.
Yeah.
True.
At least you can do that.
Good answer.
Yeah, that's hilarious when you run into. Unfortunately, was underneath one of the drop ships when it came. Oh no! Wait, that was ABF. Probably has one of the best kills in Helldivers. He was sitting on the landing platform with his mech, and he got squished like a can of sardines.
Oh.
He was so
very good.
He's
good.
Like, we're like, what happened? And he's just like, oh shit. That's why that game is so fun, because it's nonsense, but it's just like, it's visually and audio and like orally like just wonderful. Like it just crunches and plops and like it just. And it can run on a potato. Obviously, that's why it's on PlayStation 5. It's a wonderful game, and like all these people, like they don't like you don't ask them like, hey, what's look at like go down I'm not saying do it, but I'm saying like rhetorically, go down, or the people at home, go down and look at all the people and look at their profiles and all the people that are in lockstep with like agreeing that this is not a good idea. All the PC gamers, well, from what other side of the aisle, they love this game. They don't care. They just want to fight for managed democracy, and it's an awesome thing. And I think that's why it's such a groundswell thing. It feels like games from back in the day, where you could really like kind of get on the same team, co-op like on Gears of War and stuff like that. Like it feels it's healing, if only a little bit, the wounds that have been laid down for the last 8 years. Like it's a step in the right direction for sure.
Absolutely. I agree
So
entirely.
it heartens me to see everybody fight back. And if it wasn't
That's
for
right.
PC gamers, nobody'd be fighting back. They
Correct.
would just be backing into it, saying,
Because you can't fight back on PlayStation. You're already have an account. You're obviously playing
interesting.
on PlayStation.
Another tick for the PC side. Can't fight back
How
on their
is
own
that a
console.
tick for the-
Interesting.
What basically what Nagranol just said, you
Do
can't,
what
you
then?
can't
Do what, not play my
Nagranol's
PlayStation?
Nagranol's complaint is you can't grape the willing. Like he's like, I already want to
I was out
take
there
that
fighting
seed.
for your ass. I was retweeting to Sony and shit. I still think it's bullshit. I mean,
Okay,
it's not
that's
like
good,
I'm
that's good.
defending them.
Nagranol was on our side on
Good
that
deal.
one for sure.
Good deal.
Yeah. But he's still a console peasant, so we're still gonna trash him for it. So
How am I a console peasant? I play a PC
PC
games all the
Master
time.
Race.
We're gonna treat
I
you like
played
women
Power
from
World
World
on
War II.
Steam. Oh, I want to know, was there this controversy when Sea of Thieves came out? Because they make you get like an
no,
Xbox Live
but
to play.
I complained
honestly
about
don't know how
it
the
big
PC
time
works.
when it came out because we were trying to play the game through my friends on Discord, and we also needed to use chat for randoms, and you had to have the Xbox Live app to be able to hear people in game, and those two just don't want to work at the same time. I can't remember. It was like I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was like a push to talk issue or something, but it was too much garbage, and I wish that games would just be simple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude,
And-
you remember? Speaking of
Nice.
shitty launchers, do you remember games for Windows back in the day?
Yes.
Remember games
I
for
played
Windows like on
BioShock on
GTA
PC.
4? Because
Mhm.
now they have to. It's like you can't, if you have a game that ran on that, you have to find a patch to get around it because it won't run anymore. But it was the worst. It was so bad. That's what that was the worst one that's ever been made. Games for Windows was shit.
When Games for Windows Live went down, it took one of my favorite open world racing games with them, Fuel. And most people haven't heard of Fuel, don't really know Fuel, but Fuel is one of my favorite racing games. It had a massive map that was it's like 900 by 900 kilometers. Like the map was gigantic, and I fucking loved that game. And when Games for Windows Live went down, that was it.
Malty, I got news for you, my man. I just
Yeah,
read,
you just plug it right in.
I literally bought the Xbox.
Yeah, but I've
360
tried
controller.
it. Not all games work like that. Not all games work with it.
I'll send you
I've tried it
drivers
already.
for it. You
Can
need to get
you-
Windows
No,
drivers.
well, it's not drivers. You can add. There's actually mappers and stuff too, where you can. Well,
That is also
Be able
true.
to
that might be a
connect
little.
it.
That might be a little in the
You need
weeds.
something extra, so
Mouse and keyboard is also, that's like God's
Superior?
gift, so sorry,
It
superior.
it
I mean,
might
I
just be
can-
that you need to set it up in the game you're about to play. But not all games are friendly with using the controller, though. But I
That's
want to
true.
say like 90% of them are.
Yeah,
So-
most of them are nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
I
shouldn't
wouldn't
even
say
need
friendly,
a
like, you
wire. I use my PlayStation 5 controller wirelessly on my PC. So.
Yeah. I have an Xbox.
I just looked up a
controller.
YouTube video and it was like, here's how to do it.
I just recently switched to one of these scuffs. These are
Oh, you
pretty
got a
cool.
scuff? Nice.
Yeah.
How is it
Dude,
treating you?
You know what I?
How is it
You know
treating
what
you?
I use?
It's cool, but these buttons right here, you'd think you'd be able to reprogram them. It
Like-
doesn't seem like I can. And
Looks
I
like
wanted,
you could like thumb them like that.
yeah, I wanted to make one of them a push to talk so that I could,
Mm.
do the streams with Discord and with live streaming and stuff. But
Right.
I don't know. I need to play the software more. It didn't seem like I actually could. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at Mo's 1950s Italian mom's family room. Very nice.
Yeah, he's got his console hooked up with a coax
That's-
cable.
Let's go, baby.
Oh yeah,
Let's
dude.
go.
So this is what I use, dude. If you guys like, seriously, these things are actually really good. It's a Power A controller. It's wired, but it's really good. It's got like the buttons on the back for like doing like macros, which I don't use. I find that reprehensible. But it's actually a really good controller, and you could beat the crap out of it. But yeah, no, I tried an Elite, and I was not impressed by it. I don't know how the Elite 2 is, but the Elite, the magnetic flippers on the back would always come off. Like it just wasn't that good. Yeah.
I ended up taking those off actually when I was using that for a while.
Yeah, but it was the weight was money, dude. It felt so good in the hand. I loved how much that thing weighed. So
I've personally actually been quite surprised how just the base model Xbox One controller for Windows with the USB cable. I've been very surprised at how nice it feels in the hands. And I've had this one for 2 years, 3 years. It's very nice. Yeah. I've been very surprised at how nice it is.
Anybody on a budget, this thing is $27, but it is got a good build quality to it. I get them for my son. My son goes through them, but honestly, he still hasn't busted. He hasn't busted the last one, but they're awesome. Like totally.
And the wired ones still come with a battery pack. You just have to buy a USB dongle for it. So you can spend $27 on new controllers and play them wirelessly, or you can buy a dongle as well and use them wirelessly.
Yeah, well, the new ones have Bluetooth, and they're okay. I've had one. They kind of drop.
Very nice.
But, wired is the best way to do it.
Xbox controller, it's a little bit roughed up.
He's going to pull out a Duke? Is that what's going to happen?
The Duke.
Oh, a little bit roughed up.
Nice.
Interesting.
The back of it's actually back of it's a Halo 4 controller. I used to break these so often that I would just take two of them and put them back together.
You know what?
So this is Tomb Raider front, Halo back.
What I said to you last week. I'm very glad that you smoke pot now.
It's actually
because you need to chill the fuck out, homie. I've broken keyboards in my youth. I've been there, but man, that looks bad. Holy heck! Don't show that to any girlfriends that come over. Don't ever show that to any woman.
There's a hole in one of these behind one of these posters. It's like in the shape of an Xbox, like the side of the controller.
Rizgit, you're on thin ice right now.
Yeah.
That is
FBI 2 strikes. One more strike.
You know what control he advocates for? He advocates for having them in control in the back of his screen. He advocates for having them right there. They're in control.
I know where the other half of Nagnal's controller is. It's behind that Ripaverse thing on the wall.
Yeah, that does look like that does look like where a hole would be.
But Comey does have a sword behind him. That's pretty cool.
I've seen that wall before it got decorated, so.
So
that's what it's supposed to be.
The last time I broke a controller, I remember this because I was so pissed off. I love this game though. It was so fun on the Xbox 3. It was Street Fighter 4. But Seth, the final boss, was so fucking cheap. Like ridiculous. And my job was pissing me off at that point, and I'm just like, oh. So the fifth time that he came back from like 10% when I was like almost had him and he just wrecked my butt, I was just like, all right. So I curb stomped it, and like just $60 just went right down the drain. But I don't regret it for a moment. I was so angry. I was so tired of getting, because it was cheap. It wasn't like he just would cancel all my moves and stuff, and it was like this is shit. I feel like I'm playing NBA Jam, the game that cheated against you, So that was the last time I broke one. What about everybody else?
Last time I broke one is every time I play FIFA. That game pisses me off so much.
Homie, you need to chill out. Holy shit.
But these are such cheap controllers. You just push them together like this and they just crumble. Look at this thing. It snaps right in the middle.
Go outside.
Oh, jeez.
Pick up an axe and go split some wood or something. Do something.
I've split plenty of wood in my life. Don't worry. But breaking controllers is more fun.
Yeah, it's an Irish thing. It's just better that than something else.
I guess as a German, in my youth, I broke a lot of keyboards playing WoW, playing Battlefield. I think the last time I legitimately broke an input device was probably I was maybe like I was in a bad relationship at the time, so this also contributes. It's like 21 or 22. And I was playing, it would have been like Battlefield 4, I think, at the time. And I kept fighting with some guy to get into a jet. And I kept doing it the whole fucking match, and the next match, and the next match, and the next match. We played for like 3 or 4 hours. And finally, we get into a match, and I rule the skies for like the first half of it. And he shoots me down with a stinger. And then he gets in the jet and he bombs the fuck out of me for the rest. He hunts me. He does not give a shit about anybody else. He hunts me down for the rest of the match. And I take my keyboard and I just right over my leg. I was so pissed.
I feel you.
Of course, I had a woman who was doing this and was fucking smacking me and yelling at me and calling me a piece of shit. I was like, "What? Just leave me alone." But yeah, oh man. Then we hate fucked afterwards. She went to work the next day. I cooled down. Whatever.
That reminds me of Battlefield 2.
If you're out there, I hate you. You were a real piece of shit to me. Fuck you. I was really kind to you. After my sister died, I took you into my house and you lived here for 2 years. Fuck you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Isaac, I've never broken a controller before. I don't know what these guys' problem is.
You're not a real gamer.
I just gave you my reasons.
I just don't miss, so I don't get that angry. So
oh, interesting.
Yeah, play.
The only game I ever broke.
Yeah.
Say Seth. Play Seth in Street Fighter 4. Yeah.
Yeah, you break it. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, yeah. If you're pissed off, just go shoot a machine gun on the range, and you'll have
I'll do that. I have
for
machine
everything.
guns here in
It's
fucking
super
New York.
easy. You just save up.
Super easy to get a machine gun in New York. I don't think so.
I'm crying in Delaware right now. I'm crying in Delaware right now.
It's easy. You just get $12,500, buy a Mac 11, and then buy a couple of lay jumpers and several $1,000s worth of ammo, and just go to the range. It's easy.
Just unleash.
You saying something, Multi? One of you guys were saying something?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, I was just saying, I think the only game I ever broke a controller over was For Honor.
Ooh.
That game.
And that game was.
I
I played that for like 5 minutes. Like it started off cool, and then it just became so sweaty and gay. I couldn't stand it.
My internet dad says I'm not cool. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I broke a
By the
TV
way,
once playing Halo 3 on Construct. Remember
Oh, you broke your
very
TV?
vividly.
Did you?
Yeah, I was pissed off, and I just
sneak
like kind of
the TV?
tossed my controller at my TV. And was
Oh,
like,
you just kind of tossed it at your. You didn't.
I literally,
wheel around.
I
Yeah, it
held
was
back
more-
a lot. It was like 20% of my overall power, like just
It's
kind of
more
like
like shot
tossed
put.
it.
Oh, did you hear that, folks? We haven't seen him at his ultimate power. It was just 20% of his power.
Oh no, I mean, if any of these controllers were at my full power, they'd be dust.
His power is over
Man's
8,000.
got the shaggy strength over here.
Irish rage, man. It's like it's something.
It's powerful.
We will. Well, I'm Irish and Swedish, so it's like it's a problem. But you power through it. You don't care. Like I've punched a wall plenty of times, and it hurts. But I'm just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know what? It was worth it.
Oh, yeah.
I had to get that out of my system.
Well,
What was that
especially when you
game?
bottle it up for so long, when you bottle in your rage and you don't just like. I used to do metal bands, so like I would scream, and that's how I'd get out frustration. And some people, they're just like, nope, I can't do that. When it actually does happen, you don't feel anything. There's just so much testosterone and adrenaline running through your body that you
Oh,
can
dude.
punch straight through like three rows of drywall, and you're just like, I'm bleeding. Cool, let's bleed some more. And you just
When
go
I
again.
when I worked for Geek Squad, I was so tired of dealing with people, and I was just like, I don't want to be at this job anymore. So this person, the fifth person that was like, oh, it came like this, and I'm like, your computer doesn't come without RAM in it. That's not a thing, So I went back into the where they have all the computers and where all the sweaty people that have no person skills are back there. So I just I think the dents are still in the wall. So with my clip-on tie, I just wailed it because I was so angry, and the whole store heard it, and I got to talk it to, but it was worth it. Because if it wasn't, I was gonna reach across the counter and be like, "Look, motherfucker, like you."
And most will get it chewing out. I've been chewed out before. It's not that bad.
Yeah, no, I have somebody that's like, "Oh, there's something wrong with my computer. I don't know what it is," and bugs crawl out of it. I'm kidding.
Oh,
I don't want to
man.
go into it too
That's
deep,
gross.
but yeah, I'm just like, and these people are trying to talk to me like I'm an asshole. Okay, so yeah, I punched that wall. It's better that than somebody else. So
True.
The worst computers I've worked on are ones that smell like 10,000 cigarettes were smoked
I
and
know
blown
that smell.
smoke directly into
Those
it for
computers?
years,
I don't know what we're talking about. I have no
Yeah,
idea what you're talking
yeah.
about.
that tangy smell, I know exactly the smell. I know the color of the case
Brown.
fans, and they're like,
Brown.
my computer's overheating. I don't know why. And you open it up, and it's just like Virginia
Tar.
Slim residue.
Ooh, Sisu. Sisu. By the way, the movie
I like that
Sisu that came out like 8 months ago, That
was
movie
good.
is legit. It's so fucking good.
That's
That's
what I
how a
heard.
real
I
man
liked it.
handles
It's
these
really
problems.
Yeah, and that, if you want a new video game for your PlayStation, you could just watch these two and hit buttons.
Or I could play Sifu. That game's pretty sick. I got that for free.
I've heard.
It's
Listen,
not the same.
I will
not
say
the
this:
same as
there's
killing
one.
Nazis.
There's one Sony game I'm very much looking because I was like, I wanted to. I was thinking about getting a console. I want to play Ghost of Tsushima. That looks really good.
That game is
Really
wicked
good. It's
sick.
coming out on PC. That one, I'm like,
PC,
here's the
baby.
thing. I don't. If you just tell me, hey, the launchers, you got to sign up. It's like, all right. But it's like it's the behind the back. Like, oh, we told you. I'm like, no, you didn't.
Right.
It might have been in
Right,
terms
yeah.
of service, but there's a shit. Like when you buy a house, you don't read through the mortgage. You say. You sign it. They even tell you to do that. Don't read through it. Like you're just assuming that they are acting in good faith, and they didn't, or Sony didn't. And yeah, luckily it turned out. But sorry, go ahead.
You don't read through financial paperwork?
Not a mortgage. Not when you're at the
Are you
signing.
kidding me? Are you kidding? You're gonna
No, I know
put down
what
like
goes into
30
it.
years
I've
and
worked
hundreds
in
of thousands
finance.
of dollars, and you're not going to read it? Okay.
But
Okay. Just
have you seen
this
how
is not
thick the budget-
financial off the hip. This is gaming. So
when you're at a title when you're at a title company, you have an hour. You can't just be like, it's just like if you got to do it before, but you can't do it there. But yeah,
They are
I'm
like
gonna
this
tell you,
thick now, so you
They
kind of
are.
have to
Insane.
skim
No
it.
way.
unfortunately,
You have to
No,
skim
but
it.
it's just
last
like.
time it was about yay for me.
Yeah.
I took a week. Whatever.
But
Anyways.
there's actually a legal foundation for that. It's just like I can't remember I've heard what it said. It's like you can't. It's like if an average person wouldn't expect this to happen, then you
Right.
can't.
Right.
You as a company say, well, we put it on our terms of service. It's like, well,
Mhm.
fuck you. It's like, no, you did. You buried it in there, and you did it in bad faith, and it's like it's bad business practice. And you can get in trouble for it. They can sue you, and they can win if they do that.
I was actually going to bring up that point. Is I know that there's case law for companies having people, especially on the internet, when you access a website and there being a massive terms of service. There being case law on the books for people being affected in weird, unexpected ways because
There's a
of
term
saying,
for it.
yes, I agree. Yes, fine. I agree. Just let me see the news article or whatever, or play the game or whatever.
But
And
the whole basis is
companies have lost.
Yeah, no, the basis is if a normal person is, and we're not expecting somebody that's a lawyer or somebody to figure it out. If Joe Q Public wouldn't think of that happening, then
Right.
Then the consumer has a legal leg to stand on. So, anyways,
We have to make
It's real
legal
fun. Talk-
paperwork for Joe Sixpack and Jane Winebox. That's what matters.
I want to pick on console gamers some more, if we don't mind.
Well,
Enough of the legal
no,
talk.
to bring it back to what we were talking about before. Do you guys think? Maybe I'll ask Nerd Slap. Do you think that Stellar Blade might have any sort of shift after all this energy, or do you think it's just gonna keep rolling the way it is?
I think they're still gonna keep it censored, and just because Sony's gonna be Sony, they have a hard time. They had a hard time already with admitting that they've messed up with the Helldivers thing. They can't even bring themselves to admit that they did 2 games in a row. Like they messed up. They messed up big time.
And there's no leverage either. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
what are we gonna do? Refund the game? Like, I don't.
Right.
It doesn't matter to me because I can play it uncensored anyway. It doesn't even make sense. It's like
As
anybody
Mo,
who bought a physical copy can play it uncensored. It's like,
as
No,
Mo
it's
said
right.
earlier,
Still-
you can't rape the willing. So
Well,
Exactly.
I was
Physical media
actually-
is better anyway.
I was
Yeah.
talking to Hayden
Right.
about it, and he was saying it's actually super annoying to play it without updating it.
oh yeah,
Because
you have
it-
to
it
delete the
tries
game
to-
and then
Yeah, it
Yeah.
tries to update. Like you have to physically like disconnect it and like not let it connect through Wi-Fi and like
you literally have
So-
to delete the game if you want to connect to the internet. Otherwise, it'll try to
Mhm.
update it. But it
Yeah.
only takes
Burying
like
the lead
20 minutes
here.
for the game to copy to your
Okay.
PS5. So
yeah, but it's still. I mean, it's a lot of extra steps for no reason.
yeah, it sounds like a massive pain in the ass.
They do that. On
And here's the other
purpose.
thing. This
Mhm.
is
Oh,
this
yeah.
is the studio that brought you Last of Us 2, Abby getting railed by somebody, but no, we can't have any
can't have
bobs.
cleavage.
Yeah, it's just like it's the same old song and dance. 30 years ago, it was the right side of the aisle being Puritans, and now we got a bunch of weirdos on the left being Puritans. It's like, chill out. Like, just let us play. Quit censoring stuff because you're beholden to an ideology that might make you a few dollars. Like, who gives a shit? Like, grow a pair. And that's what people got to do. And the people that don't understand it and are getting angry about it, they're a punk ass bitch in their real life, and they just want to be left alone. It's like, no, you guys have been pushing hard enough. Now it's time to catch these hands, all right? And that's where we're at. And fuck everybody that doesn't like it, all right? So sorry, I'm tired of it. I hated censorship back in the 90s
Preach,
when I
brother.
played Mortal Kombat, and I had a sweat coming off a scorpion. I'm like, what what is this shit?
Sweat.
Like, and we're right back to where we're to that point in history
Well, we
again.
got
It's
away from
repeating
that for a
itself.
minute there with what is it, Gears of Wars, the first Gears, like
The
the
first Gears of War
multiplayer.
was nuts.
It was like
Was
so
nuts.
brutal. You like blow somebody's body off, and their legs are still standing there and stuff.
Oh,
And
it
then
was great.
they
Oh,
eventually
dude.
censored that too.
Hosted
Did
Vantage
they?
can go
Did they?
go jump in a lake. But,
Yeah,
huh?
they
So
eventually
long. I
censored that.
barely remember. I
Yeah,
barely
it was a
remember.
while ago.
I remember
The
Gears of
razor,
War
remember
4 and
remember the
5.
razor hail,
Ooh.
the razor hail level. It would just be outside in the hail and
Oh,
start you just
yeah.
get shredded.
Yeah.
That was brutal. You're like, oh shit! I remember the first time that happened. I'm like, oh no, that hurt.
First time getting hit with a boon shot in multiplayer, and you're just stoop. You're just a jar of jam in a burlap sack that someone smashed against the ground.
I love playing.
beautiful.
That was so much fun.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Slamming,
Are we gonna play
slamming
Gears
this-
now? God bless it.
I know. But we got to make sure whoever the host is has a good internet connection, because Host Advantage, you want to talk about breaking a controller. I wanted to
Oh
break a
dude.
controller on my screen. I
Homie.
shot them, they exploded, and then I exploded. And I'm like, this
This
would be P2P. Yeah, you would
Yeah.
play off somebody else's
1v1 me
and
Rust, motherfucker.
if they were in a dorm sharing the internet with like 10 other people. Yeah, you would.
Do we
watch-
remember back when, you know, a lot of multiplayer was peer to peer, and there was a lot of multiplayer, and because of host advantage, we would settle our differences in another game that had servers.
You're right. Yay!
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let's slice this motherfucker. Oh yes. Get wrecked, Locust Nerd.
Lancer.
See, that's what we
dude.
need more of.
Let's go,
Right?
baby. Get wrecked, Nerd. Oh yeah. Just
I don't know if they're going to show it this montage, but my favorite was when
shout out Cliffy B.
you start you start chainsawing the same person as your teammate, and one starts at the
Yeah.
nuts and the other starts at
Yeah.
the shoulder.
Oh,
And you meet
Oh,
in the
really?
middle.
I don't remember that.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so great.
That was so
Oh
funny.
yeah. Oh, just get wrecked.
It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
satisfying.
I
And
only
just
ever played
sound.
this as a solo, but I mean, this kind of stuff, this was kind of along the same lines as what we were talking about in Fallout, and how dismemberment and body parts and blood and guts flying everywhere.
Right. Oh, that was it.
Man,
Yeah.
are we gonna
Yeah,
have
oh,
to
dude,
play some Gears
absolutely.
of War?
Oh my gosh.
Well,
But I
we'll
mean,
have to
Multi has a good
install
point,
a Microsoft game.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Unfortunately.
or game. It's probably on
It'll be
Game
fine.
Pass.
Yeah, somebody's saying
Yeah,
Gears of
they're
War
on
2.
Game
Gears of War
Pass.
2 was bugged out of its mind. It was awful.
Yes.
3 was pretty good, but 2 was awful, man. I think they rushed that one out. It was not good. It needed a lot. Like, it was like well over a year.
I know
Yeah.
somebody who has the really achievement for all 5 Gears of War games, including Hivebusters for Gears 5.
Nice. Oh, that and the Horde mode in Gears 3 is so fun. It's
Dude, that was so
But,
fun. Holy.
Set up turrets.
But
and shit.
nothing-
Oh yeah.
people that play Gears of War, you know what I mean. Getting that perfect reload is it was so
Yep.
much fun. It was so satisfying when you hit it,
Mhm.
and you get so angry if you missed it. You're like, gosh darn it. And if you jammed it, you just suck. And you deserve it.
And the
So-
player, the character you're playing with is fucking smash his fist against the side of the Lancer trying to get to reload. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man, I miss it. By the way, I could have went to the Epic Games premiere, because I lived in I live in the area now, but they're based out of Raleigh, North Carolina. I live in the Charlotte area. They
Yeah.
sent me, and I'm like, this game looks awful, because here's the problem: you had games like you had games like Mercenaries and games that
That's
kind of
true.
look similar, like just
That's
shit
true.
games.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna go. And then my wife, God bless my wife, she goes to GameStop that night and grabs me
Let's
the
go.
last copy they had.
Hmm.
After work, because she's at a Barnes and Noble right next door.
That's why,
She leaves
baby.
At home, and I fell in love with it. And I remember, I'm like, oh god, upset with myself. In 2006, I could have went to Epic Games and been part of the premiere of that game. So
You could have met Cliffy B when he had his spiky hair.
So
Shout out Cliff Blazinski for being part of Epic Games and making Gears of War.
Yeah.
Nobody? Okay.
Yeah, he did. He had a Lancer in real life. He did a premiere, and he sawed through like it's the most cringe thing. I'll see if I can find it, but it's like literally you're just like, that is not cool at all. That is.
Well, was it like a fake chainsaw or something?
No, it looked like the Lancer, and
It's
they played the
1-1.
sound and. Let's see, Cliffy B. What was it? Gears of War. Here we go.
No, but I was gonna say multi earlier. Gears of War kind of sucks unless you play with a friend. So.
No.
Oh, but it was so.
Well,
much better.
I'm more of a single player type of person. Like my favorite games are stuff like Mass Effect and Dragon Age, and Fallout, and open world RPGs. That's more what I'm into, and not. I mean, I used to have my Halo and my Call of Duty days, but
Yeah, same here.
just not for me.
You ever play that Kingdoms of Amalur?
Oh yeah. Yes.
That game was sick. Well, actually, the remaster is really good too. But what a shame that studio went under.
Yeah,
Kurt Schilling, the guy who made it, the baseball player.
The story behind that studio is incredible, and I know so much extra about it because company was founded and ran out of Rhode Island, where my uncle lives, and my uncle was tangentially involved in what went down. So I have a ton of stories about how Kurt Schilling just wasted so much money.
He went broke.
He
lost all of his money.
Everything.
He went broke.
And the interview where he tells a story about how he had to like bring his family and all of his kids together and say, "Hey, we don't have any money anymore, so we're gonna have to cut back on like everything." He wasted so much money because my uncle did the field work for where they were building the development house, the building. So he's an environmental engineer. So he worked with him to make sure the site was clean for the building that they were going to use. So, yeah, Kurt Schilling spent so much. He wasted so much money.
So much money, but none of it on marketing apparently.
Yeah.
Nobody's heard of the game.
Didn't market it at all. The
game.
That's why,
I don't remember there being a commercial or anything.
And that's why Helldivers 2. Yeah, that's why Helldivers 2 is so amazing. They got it off the ground and they killed it. Like there's so many people like Kurt Schilling there just through like 50
I never even played the first Helldivers.
Me neither. That makes me want to go back and do it. It's like when I played Risk of Rain 2. I'm like, this game is freaking awesome. It's so weird.
The first Helldivers is legitimately good. It's legitimately good.
Yeah, the same style game.
It's like Gauntlet. But it's Helldivers, so you have guns. There's still insects and robots, so it's top down. But it's the same game top down, basically. It's really fun, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
You do the same thing in between rounds. You're up in a ship, and then you go to drop pods when you've selected your loadout, and you drop out and onto planets. You do the same types of missions. They take about the same amount of time. It's just top down. It's genuinely fun. In fact, the day or the week, I think, before that Helldivers 2 came out, they put out a massive update for the original Helldivers, adding a whole bunch of content, basically saying, "Hey, this is it for the first Helldivers. Helldivers 2 is coming out. Here's a whole bunch of shit. Here's everything that we've ever made for the game, and that's the final update. Helldivers 2 is coming out, and it's actually a good game. It's genuinely fun."
Awesome.
Might get some news on Gears 6. Phantom says, I don't know. I just I'm not excited for anything that Microsoft does anymore. It seems like they just run games into the ground. So
they bought so many companies. Like, what are they gonna do with them?
Yeah. I know.
And the
especially after acquiring Activision Blizzard / King, which was $1 bazillion.
Yeah, they're like the Disney of gaming.
I know. I was just gonna say that they just acquire things and then don't add any value to them. They just strip it away,
Right.
And then gaslight you about how it's better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Unlike when like CZ bought I don't know who they buy. They bought like Ed Browning or something like that. And they're like, "Hey, we love what you guys are doing. Just keep making the guns that you're making, and we'll just keep sending you more money so that you can make them even nicer. Just keep doing what you're doing. We're not gonna interrupt." I know
That's the
CZ
way-
went on a massive buying spree, buying up so many different smaller gun manufacturers that are about to go out of business and things like that. So, anyways,
And that's
Yeah.
that's how EA treated Dice. Dice made some of the best games
Kind of,
ever. Like
yeah.
Battlefield 3 and 4, dude, they were so good. They hold up so well that people still
Oh,
play
They
them all
do.
the time. Yeah, and they're amazing.
They were-
Battlefield 4. Oh, go ahead.
They were development nightmares, though, from what I've actually read. They had so much spaghetti code that when they would change one thing, it would change something they completely didn't expect, as a bug.
because
So
they were trying to stay on the level of like Call of Duty development, and Call of Duty was at that point for like Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. As we were speaking about last week, and Mo was bringing it up. Call of Duty was releasing every year, but they had 2 studios, so they were on 2-year release windows. But with Dice, they were on a 2-year release window, but it was just them, and their games were way bigger and way more detailed, and had way more players online, for instance. And holy shit, the amount of crunch that they had to do! Oh my gosh! And like,
They killed
if
it,
anybody
though.
remembers
It's
when
so good.
Battlefield 4 dropped, it was broken for like 4 months until they fixed the netcode. It was insane. It was
I
insane.
do remember it being pretty bad, yeah. But it still holds up. Like you do
Oh, yeah.
4K, and then like on your PC, because I own a PC, I don't have to go get an older console.
Yeah, it's
But
legit.
I can play it
It's
right
good
now, and it looks
What do you mean
amazing.
an older
It holds up.
console? Battlefield 4's on PS5.
No shit. Is it
the
really?
fourth
Yeah.
one,
Battlefield 4 is on
But
PS5.
if it's
Yeah,
on
but-
PS4, then it's on PS5.
gotcha.
Does it work properly on PS5?
Yeah,
Can you
that's
play
right.
multiplayer on PS5? Can you play 32 or single
How many
player?
people are playing right now? I guarantee on PC right now we could get
Probably
into a
not
game
many.
easy.
Well,
We're
it's
doing
not.
live. Someone look it up.
I don't think that it's. I don't think that it's cross. What do you call it? Cross-platform.
Cross-play.
Crossplay, not
Yeah,
at
I
that
heard it's
point. No, that was
not,
when
which is
that was a
weird.
that was a release game, wasn't it? Or very close to it for the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. I remember it being out pretty
Well,
early.
Battlefield
So
4 came out in 2013, I think.
Probably.
Battlefield 3 was 2011. So it would have been really close to the release of the Xbox and the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I just remember my friend having an Xbox One, and he got it right away, and I was like, dude, this looks amazing.
It's from a year ago.
Here's one from Nerd Slap. No, I was gonna
Sure.
say Battlefield is strange because they rely on third-party servers to keep it going. So I don't know if they have any actual like official servers left, but those third-party servers have actually brought it way past its lifespan. So that's
Right.
kind of nice.
I mean, there's still people that play Bad Company 2. I know my old first-person
yeah.
shooter clan, Black Sheep Squad. This is from years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
They still have a Bad Company 2 server. They have a Bad Company 2 and Bad Company Vietnam server.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. Yeah. I mean, not the actual thing that sucked, but dude, I love that meme. That's so good.
So
How is happening?
My train of thought here was I'm thinking of a white knight, someone white knighting for a company specifically, but then I saw how fat he was, and I was seeing what weapons he had. I was like, Chris Farley, Beverly Hills Ninja. He's a white ninja. That's what he is. He's white ninjaing for a multi-billion-dollar company.
Well, it
What
says on
Risky said is
Steam there's only 1,600 people playing Battlefield 4.
It's because most people are playing it through the EA app.
Would you say only?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, 1,600 is very healthy for a game
For-
from 10
for a-
years ago.
Over a decade old?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Well,
it's-
bringing that up, that makes me wonder how many people are still playing GTA 5 after the mods. They're playing it through a modded version, so are those numbers... Do they transfer over whenever you look at how many people are still playing GTA?
On
If they're all
GTA,
using modded versions.
If you look
think
at
that's through
Steam,
Steam.
probably.
yeah, if the game is launched through Steam, we can accurately see it. God
They
bless us
launch
for
it.
that.
Most of them launch through 5M.
Yes.
Or
Yeah,
That's
true.
just a. I thought that was just a server.
And people who are getting banned and things like that. Epic Game Store runs sales for GTA 5 constantly, so you can get it for like $10 or $15. And people are constantly buying copies off of Epic Game Store and then modding it that way and playing, getting banned, and buying another one, etc. and so forth.
Wayfair asks, "What are your thoughts on the upcoming GTA 6?" I can't help but think that something's going to be screwed up when it launches.
I agree.
Either game breaking stuff, or there's going to be a lot of elements of wokeness in the game, or possibly both.
My biggest fear is that they're going to try and do what they did for the relaunch of Saints Row, and it's just going to suck horrifically. That's my biggest fear. And that's probably, it's going to be like that, but like instead of PG-13, which they shouldn't have done for the relaunch of Saints Row, it's going to be more R and X rated. But if they do that, it's, it doesn't matter how good the gameplay is or how good the story is. If it's going to be like that, I'm just not going to care at all. I don't care.
Well, I heard that the character Laszlo, or not just the character, but the guy that plays him, apparently works a lot behind the scenes. Like, he's not involved at all.
No, he said
he's
he
a
left
staple character throughout all, like from 3 till 4.
By the way, he was a
Or 5,
great
rather.
ambassador for that game. He would go on Opie and Anthony and all these other shows. He would go
Really?
there and bring the game, and he
Yep.
would laugh, and he had a great sense of humor. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
at the heart of it. Take the woke stuff and all that stuff away. If it never happens, it's not going to have the same soul without Laszlo in there. Period. If Laszlo's not
Right.
there, that biting
Yeah.
sense of humor, it's.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's going to be lacking. Whether he left, because he was just a guy that got along with everybody. He was just a super cool dude. If you ever listen to him interact with people, whatever he left for, he's gone, and that game's going to suffer for it because he was the guy that
Sure.
kind of. He was the body, he was the heart and soul of that series. So that alone gives me pause. Where I'm not
Those are
going
my favorite radio stations to listen to.
Dude.
What was it?
Dude.
Fame or Shame on
Oh my
GTA
God.
5. That's the only game I'll play like the first player mode. And Trevor, dude, was my favorite character in a video game ever. I think Super Mario can go jump in a lake. Trevor was the shit.
Oh, dude. Oh man.
Realistically,
That
I
level
think
was so
it's going
fun.
to get delayed again.
Oh yeah.
That's par for the course for Rockstar. They've
Yeah.
done that their entire time they've been around.
I'm genuinely interested in what the Norman Conquest said. GTA 6 is going to make or break the gaming industry. To
I
what
don't-
end? What do you mean by that? It's going to make or break?
Oh, it's
the gaming
breaking
industry?
already.
Do you genuinely
Kidding me?
think that
I think it's
gonna be
already
like
great.
an 82, 83 style crash if GTA 6 just totally bombs?
Have you guys seen this
Oh, it's-
video?
Oh, it's Stephen Ogg.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
At Comic-Con?
one of the
Oh, yeah.
Comic-Cons. Can you hear it?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Yeah.
I have one quick question and then another one.
Oh yeah.
That's two.
Yeah, two.
Second one a long one, or is it
Nah,
short?
they're short. Now that you're in the biggest game in history, currently, are you gonna work in any other video games later on, or are you done for like ever?
That's up to Steven Spielberg.
And second question, Steven, can you curse at me? Like say, Diego, go fuck yourself or something?
That's great.
Oh, wait for it. Here it comes. Go fuck yourself!
Yeah.
Let's go, Stephen Ogg. Let's go.
Legendary.
What a legend. What a legend.
That is amazing.
Dude,
I didn't
GTA
realize he
6
got up.
will not have the same energy as number 5.
No way.
No
Not a
way.
It
chance.
just won't.
Mm-mm.
Not even
There's
close.
no way.
There's no way that a Joe the Jew from GTA 4 getting his brain
Johnny?
stuck to Trevor's shoe, and then Trevor talking to that part of his brain on his shoe. That was like brutal humor, and it was hilarious. There's
Felt
it's
bad
not
for
gonna be in
Johnny.
there.
He was not a bad guy. It was an
Johnny,
all right DLC.
he kind of was annoying.
Stomped in. It was great.
He deserved it. And if I had to hear him complain
deserved it,
every time I
honestly.
got in the car, he's like, "Oh, I hate
Oh.
being in a cage." It's like, all right, you're a biker, we get it. It was so annoying that they kept doing it. But anyways, it was okay. I liked it.
It was. I think it was the first game that ever waited for it to come out on the first ever game I waited for it to come out on PC for, because it released in 2013 on the 360 and things, and it wasn't until 2015 when GTA 5 came out on PC. It was the first game I think I ever waited for it to come out for.
I follow
I
some
didn't
tech
think about that.
tubers. I follow
Mhm.
some tech tubers. They still can't get that damn game to run at 60.
Oh my
It's like
gosh!
the
Oh my
worst.
gosh! Dude,
It's
launching
so
it on
bad.
the 360 and the PlayStation 3 was just a horrific mistake. Like, why would you do that? It
So much
just,
fun, though.
oh my gosh. Anyways,
I just want to address this really quick. Never, ever, ever pre-order a game that has infinite copies digitally available. There's
Yeah.
just
Never
no
pre-order
reason
Oh,
to.
dude, when I picked up Stellar Blade, like now you can just get the pre-order bonuses with like any copy you buy within like
Yeah.
the first however many
It's
copies it is.
it's like actually what's wrong with the industry, because when the developers already have all of your money, they
Right.
don't have the incentive to make the game better and earn your business over. So,
Yeah,
But you gotta wonder though, like
we'll
since
patch it in a month or
Yeah.
two.
exactly.
Exactly.
Or oh, I'm sorry, it's broken for the first couple weeks.
Yes.
yeah, but you already
Yeah.
have the companies reselling them like GameStop and Walmart, Target, and stuff like
Yep.
those companies.
Yeah.
How many are they pre-ordering?
Oh, dude,
Like
hundreds of thousands,
right,
hundreds of thousands
at
per
least.
store,
You
easily.
just
Yeah.
go there, get the copy, get the bonuses, and call
But
it.
I mean, at the same time, it's like a double-edged sword, because
Yeah,
Norman
you don't want
was
to give them
right
any
though. Like,
extra money.
if pre-orders go down, that means that they're going to start turning to these like ESG,
Right.
style companies to get loans to make
Right.
the games.
Right.
So I
Mhm.
don't know what the right answer is, but I'm going to lean towards don't give them your money right up front.
Right.
You
The,
know?
the, the
Yeah.
only right answer that will ultimately assist in righting the ship that is the development industry for video games is, somebody used to say, I don't know if they still do, they're kind of a different person now, don't pre-order games, period, ever, for any reason whatsoever. Just never do it. If you want to
And-
buy it on release day, buy it on release day.
Yeah, and
Never pre-order a game.
this is more of an acceptable thing to pre-purchase a game, is if you have that FOMO and you want to actually play the game a week early, but just know that you're a beta tester at that point and you're paying for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
You're
God.
paying.
Well, if you're a
paying
game streamer
50,
that's
60,
actually going to make
75.
money off of it,
Yep.
then
That's
I can
stupid
see
not to.
that as
That's
well.
different. And that's a
Yep.
few hundred to a few thousand people. That's not millions and millions of people. That's different.
I
a
bet you
little
it's like 10,000 plus people.
Okay,
There's
fine.
a lot of streamers.
Fine,
I would
but, mean,
think
are
anyways.
all of them going to make $130 streaming GTA 6 a week early?
No,
Probably not.
No.
So,
You'd be surprised.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
if you're the one lucky streamer that gets a glitch that is hilarious
Oh,
and it goes
dude.
viral, yeah,
There's
you'll
that,
make
yeah.
money.
but see,
That's
you
true,
can't-
actually.
You cannot rely on chance for income, period. You just
True.
can't do it for anything.
oh, we got
And
Hayden
I
here.
genuinely think, hey, Hayden, what's up?
Hayden
It's
Wade.
Hayden.
Hey.
Up, Hayden?
But when it comes to the video games industry, just never pre-order video games. Absolutely never. Just
Yeah.
buy it on release day. Buy it on release
Yeah,
day.
I wasn't pre-ordering
Those
games
numbers
for a
don't
long
count
time,
anyway.
and then I got that Star Wars Battlefront Classic collection.
Oh
How do you
man,
feel about that? Thoughts?
Not good.
was that? Did you buy that on
No,
Steam?
sir, I didn't like.
Wait for a
No,
It was through the
course you did.
PlayStation.
yeah, of course. Duh.
Gotcha.
I have a question that I want to ask y'all. So the season passes, so you get the free DLC for the longevity of the game. I don't like it. It almost feels like a microtransaction. What do
That's
y'all
exactly
think
what it is.
about that?
The
I think
same
Season
story.
Pass is horseshit.
Okay.
Season
Yeah.
Passes was just a way to repackage DLC that was going to come out timed every couple of months anyway, to get people to pay all of the money up front for a live service, a term that they invented like within the past 5 years ago, basically. It's that's all it is. It's just a reskinning of what things were already going to be.
Yeah.
The
And
That's
extra.
That's how I feel about it as well. I just wanted to hear if y'all had
Yeah.
a different take.
We're with you. I'm with you at least.
Yeah,
the
but
Borderland franchise was very guilty of selling a season pass and having like a pretty good DLC for the first one, and then the other 3 you already paid for were just absolute dog shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah, the only Borderlands I think that was not true for was the first one, where the 4th DLC was actually the best
Holy
one.
shit, Risky. Put down the thesaurus. Put it down.
Yeah,
Put down the
he's really
dictionary,
coming up with a
whatever.
lot of words down there, isn't he?
But yeah, he's had like 80. I think I've counted. No, I'm just kidding. It's probably close to that. No, but it's extra. It's extra. I don't give a shit because I like playing competitive esports games. Like I like playing PUBG a lot. It's really fun.
Like playing CS:GO or Counter Strike.
CS2.
CS2.
I know
Excuse
it's really
me.
hard.
I
It's
corrected
hard.
myself last week. I know it's
CS2
hard.
is pretty fun. Like I played finals for a little while. It doesn't have staying power, but it was pretty fun.
How did you like it compared to
a
Siege,
little
like
bit.
Rainbow Six Siege or
Oh no, finals is
games
just stupid
similar to
fun. It's just
Okay.
it's a game show where people kill each. It
Oh, yeah.
reminds me of Running Man. You know, it's not as
Oh,
far as
dude.
vibe. It was good. It was fun, but it just doesn't have that. It doesn't have that special sauce that like Helldivers does. Like it was
Mhm.
good, but it was nothing kept you there. It was like all right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Come
no,
on.
I extra don't care. All it is skins. The only thing I benefited from is I played PUBG when it first came out, and I sold a white sport coat for $30 on Steam. I got my money from that.
Let's
I got all
go,
my money back.
baby. Let's go.
Everybody wanted it. ABF
Stadium.
remembers. Remember the purple skirt?
Yeah.
The damn purple
Oh,
skirt
yeah.
selling for like $600.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a red leather trench coat that was worth a lot
Mhm.
if you had like that twist drop. You could sell that for like $100, I think.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah.
But I got some money off it. And, you know, it's rare you get anything now, but but yeah, no, that was really fun. But that's the only reason. But yeah,
Yep.
no, like all that stuff, I don't give a shit. I never bought a shark card in my life.
I
Yeah.
didn't
GTA
care. I didn't care about any of
Yeah.
the skins in PUBG. I ran around naked without shoes on constantly, so you could hear the little footstep, clomps on the ground. That was the best.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I mean, I got to the point where I was just getting all kinds of stuff, so it was just like I have so much stuff, I have no reason to get anything, but it's still fun.
Right.
So
And
Yeah.
real quick, Mo brought up Running Man. I just want to say, I choose Ben Richards. That boy's one mean motherfucker.
that was
So, shout out.
All right, well, I think we should start wrapping it up, huh?
Sure, why not?
Sure.
I'll leave.
Big Dog, you got anything to shout out?
Oh, let's see. Well, first off, my name is Big Dog Jake, BIGGDOGGJAKE. I am a professional, though occasional, VOA. I'm a political writer and analyst for hire. I love video games. I love metal music. I will talk to anyone about them. You can find me at BIGGDOGGJAKE on Instagram, on X stroke Twitter, Beware Politics. Shoot me a DM on Discord. We can talk about whatever, mainly video games, music, VOA, what have you. As far as things that I have coming up, every Saturday at around 8:30 p.m., I'll be on Goes Nowhere Does Nothing's channel for Fish Tank. We just did Fish Tank episode 6, where we had a beautiful guest, Mr. Matthew Stratton, who has been an armorer, who has been a prop master, who has been a stuntman in Hollywood for the past 35 years, and his knowledge was insane. We ended up talking about the Rust incident a little bit, but it was great having him on. Otherwise, for this week, I don't necessarily have anything else planned other than on Saturday. Next week, on the 14th, I'll be on Nerd and Neo's Top 5 Star Wars games. And yeah, that's about what I have planned out for right now. So I've been Jake. Thank you again, ABF, for having me on this episode of Off the Hip. I really appreciate it.
Definitely, yeah. How about you, Malty, and your pussy?
Which one?
The one on your shoulder. That one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the one that's all the way up there. Yeah. So we just continue to keep putting out videos with the GCA. We've got some great people in there. Everyone is contributing. The Discord is awesome. If you haven't joined yet, like seriously, you're missing out. Like go ahead and get in there. Wednesday nights, late and gay with the GCA. You'll see most of this panel on there. And yeah, come check us out. Kick off your feet, relax, and geek out.
Let's go.
Kick off your feet, kick off your shoes.
That's right.
You can do both.
I was waiting for it.
That's a little bit too hard of a kick, I think. Yeah.
Kicking
as
your
our
feet like
chat
Nagano
screams in
throwing
agony.
controllers.
You're gonna feel like Mark the Cyborg. Kick off your foot.
There you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
There you go.
How about you, Mo, as the founder and of Grope Cats Asses? You have anything to shout out?
Risket needs to step away from the thesaurus immediately. He's been going hard all stream. But no, same thing as Malty, man. The GCA thing is just it's just amazing. The Discord is amazing. Like if you think we have fun on the video, you just wait till you're there for Jackbox night or something
Dude.
like that. You have no idea how deep it goes. It gets really fun.
It
And
gets
it's
insane.
such a there's people that have doubted its power. They underestimate its power, and they come in from other areas of the internet, and they stay. Like, there's other YouTubers that post in our chat. It's like it's such a strong fellowship that it's just like I want everybody to get involved. And I got to do the plug, like multi Jessica
Jess.
Lindstorm. But
What a storm it is.
if you get a special role in Discord if you join, if you're one of the first 199, then you will get a special designation and a bunch of other wonderful benefits that we won't disclose right now, but it'll be worth it. So get in there, have some fun. It's worth it. It's free to get in there. Just let us know and we'll open the door. So that's all I gotta say about that.
Be cool and be an adult.
Yes, or yeet you. But most people, a lot of people are very cool. So.
How about you, Nagranal?
Well, I don't really have much to plug. I mean, I have this YouTube channel that I upload to sometimes.
What is
Give me a
it?
follow there.
What's
What?
the
Oh, it's just like random gaming clips.
No, what's the name of the channel, homie?
It's Nagardnall.
Cool. You want to spell it? Does it spell like that?
No, yeah. I mean, if you can't see the screen, if you're just listening, yeah. Then you don't have eyes or something, but you can speak into a microphone to get it to type out for you, and then you can watch my videos, or you can listen to my videos because apparently you need me to spell my name.
We'll get it to be Braille friendly.
Nagirda.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you damn ableist. Jeez, you're a console plebe and an asshole. Marking all the boxes.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Nerd Slap. How is your channel going?
Pretty good. I'm up to 61 followers now. Although I know that's gonna go down shortly because a few of them were bots. So those will get filtered out soon. But it's going good. I'm still going through Fallout 4, and yeah, I'm loving it so far.
Nice. How many streams have you done with Fallout so far?
I did like 2 or 3 with Fallout New Vegas, but then it was tweaking out, so I switched over to Fallout 4, and that one I've only got like 2 streams in, but so far I'm loving it.
Nice. Well, I watched a whole bunch of Grand Thumb today, and
Let's go.
He would end every episode on like some dad
Fatherly advice.
Yeah, and I figured we leave it on some gaming advice. I think mine would be don't pre-order games.
Agreed.
He took my piece of advice, which is never, ever, ever pre-order a game. Never buy a season pass. And if you think you can, that means you can. Wait at least a year. Just wait. If it's multiplayer and it's a good game, in a year there will be people to play with. Just wait. That's my dad advice. Be well. Peace out. Horns up and rock on.
Mo, you got any dad advice to give us?
Yeah, build a PC. Don't be a lazy butthole.
I've got some advice.
Let's hear it.
For it.
Don't take candy from Sweet Baby Inc.
There you go. Okay, that's it. There it is.
That's fatherly advice.
There you go. Perfect.
All right. Well, join us next week, same time.
Oh, what
same
about my
place.
advice?
Yeah,
I advise Mike.
He's a console player. We don't care. Cut the
We don't
stream,
care.
Alec.
And my advice:
I want
don't
Nerd
bend the
Slap's
knee to
advice.
Sony.
Was it?
What was that?
Nagranal
Say it
said
again.
to. Go ahead, Nagranal.
Oh, I thought Nerd Slap was saying something.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, don't bend the knee to big companies like Sony.
True.
There you
Yep.
go.
Yeah.
And Mo needs to dial his mic in.
Yeah, that's my advice.
I'm trying. Look what I got to work with. I live 40 years in the past. All right. It's really hard.